Hello everyone, welcome to Listen Up. In this video we will see few property of convolution. So our first property is commutative. Since we all know that A into B is equal to B into A, so convolution property is also like multiplication. So x of t convolve, if x of t convolve with h of t will be equal to h of t convolve with x of t. Our second property is distributive, or we tell parallel. Now, according to this property, if A into B plus C will be equal to A into B plus A into C, then x of t convolve with h1 of t plus h2 of t will be equal to x of t convolve with h1 of t plus x of t convolve with h2 of t. Now our third property is associative, or we tell cascade or series. According to this property, if A into B into C is equal to A into B into C, then x of t convolution with h1 of t convolve h2 of t will be equal to x of t convolve h1 of t whole convolution with h2 of t. Next property is time scaling. So according to this, if y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t, then 1 by mod a into y of at will be equal to x of at into convolution with h of at. Next, time reversal. So according to this, if y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t, then y of minus t will be equal to x of minus t convolution h of minus t. These two are actually same. Instead of a, we are using minus 1. So mod of minus 1 will be 1. Y of minus 1t is equal to x of minus t convolution h of minus t. Now next is time shifting. So according to this, if y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t, then y of t minus alpha is equal to x of t minus alpha convolution h of t. So if you shift input, your output will get shifted, or if you shift impulse response, your output will get shifted. For example, you can write this as y of t minus beta is equal to x of t convolution of h of t minus beta. If you shift both impulse and input, for example, x of t minus alpha convolution of h of t minus beta, if you shift input and impulse response, your output will get shifted by t minus alpha minus beta. Now next property is differential property. So according to this property, if y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t, then if you differentiate any term, if you differentiate input or impulse, your output will get differentiated. Okay. So if you differentiate input, you will get dy by dt, or if you differentiate impulse, you will get same dy by dt. If you differentiate both input and impulse like this, dx t by dt convolution of d h of t by dt, your output will get double differentiation of yt. So according to this, d m plus n y of t by dt m plus n will be equal to dm x of t by dt plus dn h of t by dt. Next is area property. If area of input signal is AX and area of impulse signal is AH and area of output is AY, then if we write y of t is equal to convolution of x of t h of t, then area AY, area of the output signal, will be equal to the product of area of input and impulse. Next, if you convolve two even signal, your output will get even. If you convolve odd with odd, you will get even signal, and if you convolve even and odd, or odd or even, you will get odd output. Now, as we have seen in sampling property, that integration minus infinity to infinity, what is sampling property? Integration minus infinity to infinity e to power minus 2t, suppose this is the signal e to power minus 2t into delta t minus 2 dt is equal, will be equal to what we did. We put t minus 2 equal to 0, so we got here t is equal to 2, and we put this t, value of t in input signal, so you will get e to power minus 4. Similarly, according to product property, e to power minus 2t u of t into delta t minus 2, what you will get here? You have to put t minus 2 is equal to 0, so you will get t is equal to 2, and we need to put this value here, but the difference is here you will get e to power minus 4 into u of 2 into delta t minus 2. Okay. Here also you will get u of 2. So the difference is you will get impulse signal in the output also. Now, according to convolution, if you convolve with impulse signal, you will get here impulse is t minus 2. You have to put this t, you have to replace this t with t minus 2. Here you will get u of e to power minus 2 into t minus 2 into u of t minus 2. We will see few example with this. If x of t convolve with delta t, you will get x of t. Okay. And if x of t convolve with delta t minus t naught, you will get x of t minus t naught. This t will get replaced by this. If x of t minus t1 convolve with delta t minus t naught, you will get x of t minus t naught minus t1. Similarly, if delta t is convolved with delta t, you will get delta t. If delta t convolve with delta t minus t naught, you will get delta t minus t naught. If delta t minus t1 convolve with delta t minus t naught, you will get delta t minus t1 minus t naught. If x of t minus 2 convolve with delta t minus 4, you will get x of t minus 6. Minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. If t square plus 1 convolve with, now if you replace this as delta, if you take 2 as a common, then this will be t plus 1 by 2, and we all know delta at is equal to 1 by a into delta t, right? So this can be written as 1 by 2 into delta t plus 1 by 2. Now we have to replace this, we have to put this t plus 1 by 2 in t square plus 1. So what we will get? This 1 by 2 we will get into t plus 1 by 2 square plus 1. Now if x of t convolve with delta at plus or minus b, then what you will get? We have to take this a as a common, so we will get delta a t plus or minus b by a. Okay. And what is delta at? That is 1 by a into delta t. So that this will be delta t plus minus b by a. Now we have to put this t plus or minus b by a in x of t. So we will get 1 by a into x of t plus minus b by a. According to product property, t into delta t is equal to, now in this equation we have to put t is equal to 0. So what is the value of t is equal to 0, and we'll put the value of t in this equation. So you will get 0 into delta t, which is equal to 0. In convolution, what happened? In convolution, t convolve with delta t, so this t will be same as this. So you will get t, okay, in convolution.